Hello, soulmates. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so in this video, I want to show us how to cut an Ankara top. Now, the reason for this video is to make sure you understand the differences or the similarities between Ankara top and a normal senator top, right? Because some persons have been already asking me, how do they cut Ankara top? And I keep wondering, if you learn how to cut senator top, you are still going to use the same procedure to cut Ankara. The difference here is the fabric. Every other process remains the same, right? And also note that you're in Ankara, you don't need to make much designs. Little design will be enough because already the fabric is already fanciful. So you don't need to stress yourself to put so much designs. Little design will be ideal as long as you are making a nice quality Ankara fabric. So here I have my baseline marked out and also mark my 4 inches and then apply your top length. Then you draw the line here. Now this line will serve you for the shoulder line, right? Now after that, you also go through the same process of getting your armhole. Then try to consider if you are making a long sleeve or a short sleeve or a 3/4 sleeve. So now the test I have is 46 inches divided by 4, you have 11.5. Now I told us that if you want to make a long sleeve or 3/4 sleeve, you are meant to minus 1 from the chest measurement over 4. But if you are making a short sleeve, you don't need to deduct any value. You are meant to use the whole answer for your armhole. So here I have marked out my chest measurement and then I have marked out my armhole depth and then I will slope by 2.5, the same process we undergo in our normal senator outfit, right? Then after this, you now apply your chest, extra 2 inches, apply your shoulder by 2 plus extra half an inch, right? So this video is just trying to explain to us that the Ankara cutting and the normal senator top cutting are the same armhole, the same neckline derivations, the same whatever you make on the senator outfit. So just bear in mind that the difference between Ankara and the normal senator outfit is the fabric in question and maybe probably the design, because there are some designs that will not go well on Ankara. Maybe all these too much designs, material. Yeah, but on our normal senator outfit, you are going to use your design whatever you have to design the outfit. So now I have got to my armhole, then came in by 1.5 from the center of the armhole slanting, and then after this, now the next thing I'm going to do now is to apply my neck. So which the formula for the neck still remains. When you have a neckline of whatever value you have, divide by 6, right? Then deduct 0.3 from the answer, then mark the answer for the width, then add half to that to get your depth, right? So this is how you do your both neckline for your senator outfit and for the what's it called, the normal Ankara outfit. Then after that, you connect the lines as shown, and then you draw all through this way. You draw all through this way. Make sure the lines are properly connected, right? Then once you are done with this, you are going to cut out the front panel. You also start cutting the back, then raise the back inch by 3 inches by 2.5 if you had used to and have to slant the front panel. Then after that, now you fine tune the necklines, the armhole area, then cut your sleeve, the normal sleeve you use in our normal senator outfit. Now don't forget that I have a video on how to cut a sleeve, so you can still go through my previous videos on how to do all of this. Just search through my YouTube channel and make sure you watch the videos as often times as you can in order to enable you master it very well. Now, some of us have learned a lot from my YouTube channel, and then for some of us whom are yet new or who are yet learning, just stay tuned on this channel. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, comment, and also give me a thumbs up so that you also be notified when I make or post new videos, right? So now trying to cut out the lines, and then this fabric I have here, I have a two fabric together, cutting them at once because it's one person that owns the boat. So I'm trying to mark the chest line and that on that area to make sure the lines connections are straight. Don't forget that as well, you need to include the 2 inches on the armhole for you to have a straight line at the sides. So I'm trying to cross-check the lines, and that is what I'm doing right here. So guys, so you haven't seen this video, and I think some of us as well are scared on the whole factor of sewing, trying to meet up with demands, trying to get customers, and also trying to be the best fashion designer they can be. Now, there are some kind of pressure that comes with being a fashion designer, right? Because you tend to have a lot of, will I say, challenges that you are facing, both natural ones and unnatural challenges. Now, finance is one of them, which you struggle on how you can get money to invest in your business. You struggle on how to develop your business, struggle on how to get money from machines, sewing accessories, and a whole lot of stuff you need to do as a fashion designer. But then the answer is you are not meant to do all of these things at once, right? You are meant to take them gradually, step by step. You are not meant to carry the whole project at once, renting a new apartment, renting a new shop, getting machines, all these things will run into millions of naira for some of us whom are in Nigeria, or run into millions of naira, millions of your currency. But then, if it's no, you don't have the bulk capital to start up these things at once, all you need to do is to make a list on what you need and then get them one after the other, right? Because Rome was not built in a day, right? Except you have a sponsor who might fund all of these things for you. But if you are building from the scratch, please, my request or my advice to you is to take one step at a time, right? Don't jump through the whole hurdles at once because you might not survive it, or you might not be sure that you will make it back. So just take the one as a step. Make sure you buy these things time to time. You tend to buy one, the next one, and before you know it, you have achieved a whole lot. So now I'm trying to cut mark the back. So I'm trying to iron out the rumples, making sure that the rumples are being ironed out properly, and then make sure that if the Ankara had pattern, I would have considered the pattern, but because it has a random pattern, meaning anywhere can go, so I have to iron out all these things this way, and then I make sure everything is properly arranged and you know positioned properly. So now after this, now the next to do is to place the front panel on the back area, and then make sure you raise the shoulder area by 3 inches on the neckline, and then 2.5 on the shoulder line, and then make sure you have your Ankara to be longer by 1 inch on the downside of the Ankara. So here I'm marking my 3 inches here, and then 2.5 this area. Then connect the lines, and then after that I deepen my back neck by 1.5. Then connect the lines in this form. Then make sure you do this gently, right? And then don't be in a haste. So once you are done connecting the lines as shown, you can now extend the armhole line to the shoulder area, and also extend this as well to the neckline area. Now the reason of doing this is to make sure you have a guide on where to deepen your neck and where to curve your back neckline from. So I'm using a freehand sketch to do this. I don't have much tools right here, so I'm trying to show you guys how you can also cut without having basic tools you need. Maybe armhole curve is enough for you to use, and your ruler, right? So after that, you cut out the straight lines in this form and make sure it's properly cut out. Also cut the armhole area. Now in some cases, some persons might tell you to make the front armhole to be a bit smaller than the back armhole. Whichever one, it still works, it's still very much okay, right? If you want to have your armhole of the front to be ½ inch smaller than the back, it's perfect, it's okay, it works, right? If you still cut them together, it's very much okay, as long as you do not over trim, as long as you do not trim it excessively, right? And make sure you follow the process I are seeing here, so that you don't have any trouble or any problem while drafting yours. So here I am cutting the back down area, the back panel area to be 1 inch longer than the front. Then make sure you cut the sides to be equal. Then after this now, look at what I will do. I will fold the back panel to come in front. Now the folding will be 2 inches or 2.5 inches folding, right? Then after that, I'll make sure I trim the shoulder region. Now this trimming is to make sure that the both shoulders are aligning, and then also I also trim the neck area if there is any excesses that is protruding. Then after that, I'm trying to now bring the fabric which I will use to draft my sleeve. Now we are making a 3/4 sleeve, right? Now this sleeve will be gotten from, then I fold this way. Now the guide to my folding is my customer's bicep measurement divided by 2 plus extra 4 inches. And with the bicep I have is round sleeve of 15, right? So by 2 is 7.5, then plus extra 4 inches, making it to be 11.5, right? So after that, now the next to do here is iron out the fabric. Make sure you properly iron it out. Now ironing is part of your success story. You need to iron out almost every step you are taking, right? You must iron out every step you are taking so that the fabric will be firm and smooth enough to allow you have your markings properly done. Don't draft on a rumpled fabric, right? So you iron out all of this, iron out all of this, iron out all of this, and then after this now, the next to do is to bring out your ruler, mark out your baseline. Make sure you mark out baselines, very important, right? Mark out baselines, half inch or 1 inch mark out is very much okay. And then the sleeve length I want to have is 17. Then I'm trying to measure my round sleeve this way, and then extra 4 inches is very much okay for me. Then I'm trying to check the folding if it's very much okay as well. The round sleeve, the sleeve length I have is 17 sleeve length. Then I am going to put turn up on the sleeve, which I want to have a 3 inches turn up. Then I will minus 3 inches from the 17, which I happen to have 14. So I will mark out 14 inches that way, you know, trying to calculate the length I want to have. So 3 inches, I'll mark at 14. Then after 14 inches, make sure you mark it 2 times, mark it twice, so that you make sure you have it that way. And also remember that you add 1 inch extra for your joining allowances, both for the turn up and the shoulder. So invariably, I marked 15 there. Then after that, I will come down here by 4 inches at the inner folding area, 4 inches, then go in this form. I have taught us how to mark your sleeve. Use the same method of long sleeve to mark your 3/4 sleeve. It will still work, right? Just make sure you apply the necessary measurements and allowances needed. Then after that, you cut out in this form. So now, if you notice, every process we are undergoing in our normal senator outfit, it's what we are also doing on our Ankara. So when you see the fabrics, don't be confused or don't be worried on how to go about this. Just follow the normal process which you are seeing right here in this video, and you will end up achieving the perfect result of whatever you are drafting. And also note importantly that whatever you measure is what you are going to sew. So if you don't know how to measure, please kindly watch my videos I have on how to take an appropriate male measurement. This will go a long way to help you. So here I have my tunnel marking. So I am marking at 6 inches. By the time I fold, I will have it to be 3 inches, right? So you just mark out this way, then you mark out all of this together, and then make sure you have it in this form. Then once you are done with this, cut out lines in this form, cut it out straight up this way, and then your turn up is set. So now the next you are going to cut is your back facings, your side pockets, your flap. Those are the components you need. So I think I will still make a clear video on the whole components needed for a normal senator outfit, but I think I have one on this channel as well. Just go to the channel and make sure you search for videos in accordance to the knowledge you are searching for, I have a lot of videos on the channel already, so you can go through them and learn a lot, and make sure you practice, because if you watch the videos and don't practice, you will still forget them, and you will still be looking for the knowledge when you might need it urgently. So make sure you learn ahead of time and allow yourself to be equipped with more information as regards to male clothing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you do enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, share this video, comment, and let me know where you're watching from, so that I will know where my fans are watching me from. Thanks for watching. My name remains Mr. Redefined. Stay tuned to the end of the video. Bye bye for now.